Good morning, afternoon or evening, and welcome back to Edenia. Today, playing some more Banished. Today we follow Broderick, as we left on a bit of a cliffhanger last time, because at the very second that I ended my recording, I caught a glimpse of an error note in my event log. There's an outbreak of yellow fever, and Broderick is patient 0. So we're gonna make sure that Broderick makes it all the way to the herbalist without anything going wrong. So if we follow him around, he's going to visit the only herbalist we have, all the way over here, and probably then is going to the physician. Which is not the best, because the physician is all the way across town, so he can infect literally anyone he comes across. So let's do some comments in the meantime. First comment is from Ryan Kleintop. He says, "Still going strong, man. I love it. It's been a while for me, but I say I to you, man." And Graham Gibbons as well. He said, "Loving the series. Keep up the great work," which was not a comment directed to my Banished series, but to my Tekkit Legends series. So yeah, thanks for checking out my older stuff. I hope it's still up to quality. So here we are, Broderick, moving to the herbalist, gathering a couple of herbs. Alright, he is actively visiting the herbalist, and now he's going to visit the doctor. What we're going to do is we're going to speed up time just a bit. There we go, let's follow. We don't want any... Oh, look, there's other people already getting infected. There's 2 people now. And they're both heading towards the doctors. These 2 people will be coughing in each other's face. And hopefully only each other's faces. That would be great if there's no more patients. Because a patient also has to stay bedridden. And that's not the best, because a lot of people will be unable to work then if they're sick, which means a loss of production. Here they are, they made it to the physician. He's inside. And they're both inside. Only one of them is still ill. Alright, and that's Egberti. Egberti is still ill. He's a child at the age of 0. And he just walked to the doctor on his own. Isn't that amazing? What a strong child that is. Alright, so last time we had a bit of a problem with adding too many houses at the same time, so we had a dying population, which was not the best. But now that half of our population has died, we are up to speed again, because we have enough food to supply this size of population. These beans have been already harvested. That's amazing. Look at that, current season. There we go. Fully healed. Teresia the child has died of yellow fever. Oh, so more people are getting yellow fever. That's not good. Ooh. Alright, so I thought that if everyone was in quarantine, that they would just simply not die anymore. But apparently that's not entirely true. We'll have to wait and see. There's a bit of mutton laying here in the grass. That's not the best. A couple of people became students, that's great. Stay in school. We are adding the fishing dock. Look at that, an extra fisherman. And right at this moment that we don't really need it, but that's fine. We'll just add a couple of fisher guys. These houses, we can safely unpause these houses because we need more people living here. And we can crank back up the builders up to 10. There we go. 10 builders, that will do nicely. Keep the laborers up to 10 as well. We'll add fishermen as soon as we get above 10. Right? Right. Stonecutters, we're up to 8. Miners, we're up to 4. Traders and vendors, we really need traders and vendors back on the menu. That would be amazing. But first, food. We're doing quite well on food now this year. Look at that. We're up, yeah. We're up into 10,000 food. Just from one harvest. Just because everyone else decided to die. Shame on them. Shame on them, really. How's this squash doing? The squash is taking its sweet time. Same as this cornfield. Where's the people? Does it look like any farmers are about to show up? Yeah, this farmer's... Where is this farmer? So... Select to cycle through... What were you doing? Getting something to eat? All the way from across the country? Alright. Alright, as long as you pick up the damn squash. I mean... Look, we could just cheat and say... You know, this is why we probably should have at least 2 farmers for every crop field. Just so if one does nothing, the other one will pick it up. Well, that's a bit... You know, that's a bit overkill if you ask me. We'll just live with the fact that we are a couple of squashes away from having a full harvest. That's fine. It's early autumn. It's still above 0, you know. We can still harvest this. Alright, just get to work. Yeah, just pick it up. Alright, bring it to the barn. Great. And pick up the rest. It's not very hard. It's not winter yet. Nah, we'll make it. She'll make it just fine. Alright, traders. We'll need 2 traders. Well, we kind of only need 1 trader, I guess. This is still stuck up with hide coats and wool coats and whatnots. Yeah, I think I want to have more traders anyway. Yeah, we'll have 6 traders. Just so if we trade something and there's something valuable on the boat which we didn't buy, and we can still get stuff there very easily. More citizens are getting diseases, which is not the best. Let's take a look at our physician. Where are you? We don't have any stats on this building, so we do have 3 patients, 2 patients now. So people aren't getting cured, which is great. And look at that, the squash field got harvested entirely. No problem. Bean seeds and apple seeds. I believe that we already have bean seeds. It's the standard bean, yes. And how about our orchards? Do we have any apple seeds? Where is an orchard? Do we even have an orchard left? Yes, here. We don't have we do have apple seeds. Alright, so no seeds for us, thank you. You're dismissed. Thank you so much. We could order something from him next time, by the way. We can order a seed that we don't have, and it will be extra expensive, but at least it will be something we don't have. Nice. Alright. Yeah, let's take a look at what we can do next. So we have a new fisherman's hut. We'll fill it in if we feel like it, but it doesn't really need the people right now. It's nice to have a diversity of people living around. That would be nice. Firewood is good. Logs is good. Coal is 0. That's not the best, but at least we're still up to our max in tools, so that's good. Stone is always and will always be an issue, I do believe. Mitchie the stonecutter was crushed by a rock. Rip in pieces. So it's going to be really important to keep up our vendors, because these vendors will take stuff from barns, like food and clothes and tools. They will take it from the barn and put it in the markets, where everyone can have a varied meal with not only meats but also all sorts of vegetables and whatnot. So we're going to be seeping people into vendorship. We want up to maximum vendors, and we want at least 10 laborers. So this is going to be probably a bit of a slow climb, because we're going to have to wait for these students to become laborers. As for the rest, we have coal being mined here, which is good. Our quarries are past half of it, so that's going to be a bit of an issue sooner rather than later, because we're not going to be able to mine any more stone from these quarries, so we need a new quarry. Now there is a place over here. I don't know if a quarry fits here. Not entirely, no, not at all. We could fit a mine here, or 2. That would do, but not a quarry. And the graveyard is finally done. It has room for 144 graves. And people who are unhappy and thus working less efficient will go here instead. and live off of fond memories of that person and become a better person himself. So let's see, more vendors, that's good. The farm fields, look at that. This barcode, what it looks like, I don't know what I can do against it, but it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay for a long time. Let's see. This doesn't have a barcode, so it's probably just this bit of terrain. Just a bit of terrain glitched out, that's all. So we are... Oh, look at that wheat, and we're planting squash. Yep, it's going to be grand. It's going to be a grand harvest again this year. So we were up to 10,000. Now it's early spring and we're up to 7,000, almost. So we are losing about 300 food a winter. 3,000 food, I'm very sorry. 3,000 food per winter. So that's something we have to take care of. Speaking of taking care of, we don't have enough foresters yet. We desperately want those foresters because we want the foresters to be out of a job for half of the year so they can help with the labouring. That would be nice, that would be grand. So foresters need to go back up. Woodcutters, that's fine. Hunters is fine. Fishermen, we could use a couple more fishermen. Herdsmen is fine. Yeah, so what are these herds producing? So this already has 20 of 20. But only just. This did get some mutton last year. 1,200 mutton. That's just one person's worth. A building caught fire. Oh lord. That's not the best. People are rushing to get water, so that's good. It's right next to the water as well, so people are putting out this fire like it's nobody's business. They don't even have to move from here. They just go back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, this building is going to be safe and sound. Let's rebuild it right away. Thank you so much. And here we go, back to 5 times. There we go, nicely done. It's just one house. We can easily replace it. And someone is homeless right now, and therefore very unhappy. He's a student. Sorry about that. Eliana is a female student. She's not yet educated, but she has excellent clothing. And at the age of 20, she is ready to get out of school sometime soon, but now she doesn't have a home. That's a really sad story. We'll rebuild your house. We'll make sure that people will remember your house as being the one that made your career great. Let's take a look at this merchant, and let's not forget to order anything if we can. Alright, let's see what you got. Oh, look at that. A lot of herbs, potatoes. We haven't seen potatoes in a long time. Let's do this. 152, right? And 103. We'll sell all of these coats and we'll buy all the potatoes we can. 2,000. We'll buy, we have peach, we have pears, we have walnuts. I believe we have walnuts. Let's ping you to the screen. I believe we have walnuts, yes. Here you are. No, we don't have walnuts. Alright. Do we have cherries? Yes, we have cherries. Alright, so just no walnuts. Well, isn't that great? We found something new. Where is it? Walnut seeds. There we go. Place you an order. I know I must trade something additional. That's fine. Mushrooms, beef, eggs, chestnuts. We haven't seen chestnuts in a long time either. Let's first pump up the trade. Firewood is next. That's not very fast at all. I think it's about what was it, 600 something, so that's 150. And then some additional units. Oh, we also have cabbage seeds. Now, this is a deal breaker for me because we also need cabbage. Cabbage is very nice to have. Yeah, that puts us right around the 800 mark again. Overpaying by 25, that was not a bad guess. Alright, there we go. Overpaying by 1 unit, I'll have 1 whole chestnut. There we go. Let's trade you. And let's dismiss you. Do we order anything from the general goods merchant? No, let's not. Dismiss. There we go. He's a very expensive seed merchant, so let's not do it. Nice, we have cabbages now. We should really do a cabbage patch somewhere. Now this is, of course, peppers and beans. That's very nice and all, but one of these is going to have to be given up for some cabbages. Or we could have all the beans be cabbages instead. So cabbage and beans, or cabbage and peppers. We could even make it cabbage and potatoes. If we had potato seeds, that is. We don't. Cabbage and corn. You know what? We'll make something nice out of it. But we'll do it next year because we don't really have the place for it right now. So this is a pear patch. And this is also a pear patch. I don't know why we only have pear trees here. It's very strange. Very strange for me. But it's fine. Let's have some more vendors then. Right, and another one. Yeah, great. Let's get stuff carted around. That would be nice. Oh, these are being harvested already. That's great. Early summer. Already being harvested. That's amazing. So this house... oh, we have an infestation where? That's just one patch. Alright, let's harvest it. Let's put it down. So if you harvest the patch... I believe that it will not stink up any other patches. It will just make sure that you have less harvest. So that's the thing, but that's fine. We can live without a couple of beans. Let's see how many crops we can save from this. There we go. Alright, get some more. Well, that's still like, yeah, 188. Probably some more then. Right, bring it to the, yeah, well, 188. That's not bad. That's half of what we usually harvest, and that ends the infestation. There's no tricks, no maths, nothing. Now, how are you guys doing? 1,000 beef every year. Look at that. Great. And that's just one guy working there. How about these chickens? One guy working here, making almost up to 1,000 a season. It's grand stuff. Really great stuff. Let's see. The cemetery is filling up slowly but surely. And this barn would be really nice if we had it. But that's fine for now. Let's have some cabbages instead of beans here. That would be a nice change of pace. And this is corn. We already have corn here. Let's have some more cabbages. Instead of squash, I believe we want to have some cabbages. Yeah, let's do it like this. Cabbage next year. Great stuff. Some more vendors. There we go. Up to 10 laborers, 10 builders. That's fine. Let's balance it out. Let's have some more foresters as well. We're filling back up all the jobs that people died during the great famish of what year was it? Year 41, the great famish. Grand stuff. All right, the herbalist has seen his share of action. The yellow fever has been cured. I think we're doing well again. It's so nice to have everything back on track again. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Banished. If you did like this episode, feel free to leave a like. If you haven't already, you can subscribe as well, so you get notified of every new episode there is. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.